30s, 40s, 50s. That's my favourite. That's my favourite eras to collect from. So this is a recent haul of everything that I've bought, and I've put them in little displays behind me, but you can't really see them. So this is some of the stuff on this side here. And then this is some of the stuff on this side here. So let's just get started. Let's get started. My nails are short now, which I'm really upset about. Like 2 of them, and 1 of them broke about a month ago, and I was like, it's okay, I'll grow them back out. But then another one snapped, and another one. I had like 3 long nails, and the rest were short, and I was just like, I better just cut them. All. So we're growing them again. I prefer to have long nails, but they will grow back. I also thought I would show my top, because you're not going to be able to see it because the microphone is in the way. So this, and one of my vintage brooches that you might remember from the brooch video, if you've seen that. So let's just get started, and I will show you my recent purchases. So first up, I have several magazines from the 1950s. These are Screen and Eiga no Tomo, or Eiga no Tomo Story. This is a Screen magazine from, does it say, February of 1956. And if you're not sure who this beautiful lady is, this is Elizabeth Taylor. And I will try and show you a couple of the pages. If you've not realised, I film back to front because I film with my front-facing camera. For some videos, I know that that's not going to be possible because you're going to need to see the text of what I'm showing more. I'm going to have to get used to that. I like being able to see what I'm doing. So yeah, and I prefer this image of myself to the reversed image. But I'll need to leave that vanity because I do have videos coming up where I'm not going to be able to film it like this. So, I mean, this doesn't make a lot of difference because it's in Japanese. Unless you can read Japanese, of course. I'll share with you a couple of the pages in the book. Hang on. So this is an advertisement for the movie Peter Pan, and I love how the mermaids are in the corner. The mermaids are my favourite part of that film. Next we have Marlon Brando, the actor. Let me see what else I can find for you. Here we have a picture of Marilyn Monroe for the movie There's No Business Like Show Business. This is when she performs the Lazy Song. And if you're wondering why some of the images look like a little fuzzy or a little too soft, it's actually because they're not coloured pictures. Somebody has taken the picture in black and white and they've coloured them afterwards. So that was very popular at the time because it was cheaper. Colour photography. See what else there is for me to show you. There's so much. I am planning on making a video exclusively about everything that's in these books because yeah, they're really, really great and I love them. Continuing on in that vein is a Showgirl with Marilyn Monroe. Which is, it's Laurence Olivier, I believe. Here it is. So we've got Sophia Loren on one side, and this great picture of Jane Mansfield on the other. There she is. There she is. Next one is actually hidden back here. So this is Screen Movie Magazine, and let's have a look. When is this from? This is September 1957, and this beautiful lady here is Pierre Angeli. Pierre Angeli. This has got one of my favourite pages in any vintage Japanese magazine I own. Let me get it up for you. So this is a picture of Audrey Hepburn for the film Love in the Afternoon, where she plays, I think her character's name is Adrienne. I like the film very much. I love the costumes and I enjoy the storyline. I don't love Audrey with Gary Cooper though. I think that's who's in the film with her, right? I'm probably wrong. But yeah, I don't love her with him, if I'm honest. Holds out into an amazing funny face spread, and there are then maybe 4 pages entirely dedicated to the film Funny Face. And then there is this amazing Love in the Afternoon poster. So I was really excited to open and see what was in this one. Just have a little flick, see if there's anything else. Oh, James Dean. James Dean. So I do have more movie magazines, but I thought we would break it up with a different purchase. I feel like this is gonna make some nice noises. This is I would say 1950s or early 1960s Tom and Jerry nightlight. It's not working at the moment, but there is a bulb inside. The bulb needs replacing, and this just needs some wiring done. But my partner thinks he can get it working again. So that would be really cool if he could. It was pretty dirty when I got it. It needed a lot of scrubbing, and I still think it needs another go over, maybe with like a magic eraser or something. I don't do a ton of vintage restoration stuff because I'm not particularly good at it. The most I'll do is I'll clean an object up if it's grimy or dirty. But if that's of particular interest to you, like a cleaning video, I could give that a go. Let me know. But yeah, it's so like satisfying to squeeze and to touch. But yeah, I've given them a really good wash over. I think probably needs a little bit more though. Next up, one of my favourite things to collect is little ceramic animal figures. My preference is sort of pastel, cute, Disney-esque looking figures from like the 50s. And this little dog is absolutely perfect, So, here he is. He's got a fluffy tail and some fluffy hair on his head. And he's just like the sweetest thing ever. And along that same vein are my 2 bunnies. I have wanted these exact bunnies since I saw them on Pinterest. I don't know how long ago, a long time ago. Oh my goodness, like they've got like little bows and little tufts of pink hair and blue eyeshadow. And that one's winking. Oh my goodness, like not the cutest thing you've ever seen ever. magazines featuring Audrey. What I love about this one is that it's got some amazing Audrey photos, and then it just turns into a normal like movie magazine from the 90s. I've got 2 copies of Vogue from the 1990s because I also do enjoy 90s fashion. And I just thought this was a really great addition, and there's some really lovely pictures of her. And then it just turns into a film magazine from the 90s. This is the other Audrey magazine I got. It's more of a book really, but it sort of looks like a magazine. And this has just got some really gorgeous high quality photos in it. I'll show you some of my favourites. And again, books like this I can go through in a video all of their own if you enjoy that sort of series that I do, where I go through vintage books. This is for Love in the Afternoon. I can't remember what instrument she plays. I think it might be a cello. Next up is the only non-vintage new purchase, and this is Fiona Apple's album, Tidal. So this album has the songs Sleep to Dream, Sullen Girl, Shadow Boxer, Criminal, Slow Like Honey, The First Taste, Never Is a Promise, The Child Is Gone, Pale September, and Carry On. Fiona Apple is an artist that I really love, and I've been on the lookout for this album to get in person for a really, really long time now. So I was really, really happy when I found it. Continuing on with vinyl purchases, this is Blondie's Parallel Lines, which is an album where like every single song is just iconic. It's a great album. I also got a 12-inch LP of Kate Bush's Running Up That Hill. Kate Bush is one of my favourite female artists, and I had absolutely no idea that this existed. I've never seen this cover before. I do have the whole Hounds of Love album, which is one of my favourite albums of all time. But yeah, it's funny when suddenly she was back in the charts again due to Stranger Things. And I'd grown up listening to her. I won't lie, I felt a bit gatekeepy when she started charting due to Stranger Things. I mean, I don't ever think it's a bad thing, people being introduced to your favourite artist and falling in love as well. It doesn't really matter how they were introduced to them, but I do think it's one of those things where I can't help but want to be like, but I was the original fan. But it's silly, it's silly. Now this last, rather grubby looking sage green tin is the final thing I have to show you. This is a 1939 makeup kit. Now I know it's 1939 because there is the original note all the best for 1939. Now, I was in dispute about whether this says Gran, or whether this says Fran, or whether this says Han. I'm not sure. It says one of those names. So I'll take you through the items. I'll take you through the items in this makeup kit. So I believe this probably once held a blusher. This one did similarly as well. You can see little traces. There is a vintage powder case with the original powder puff. There are two lip/eye products. This is Max Factor Lip Gloss Stick. And it's kind of ooey gooey at the top there. Smells not good. Smells not good. And this is